Okay, so let's get right into this, because it's a wild story. We're talking about a vegetable that was once, literally, more valuable than gold, but has completely vanished from our world. And the crazy part, it wasn't abandoned because it was weak or tasted bad. No, it disappeared for the exact opposite reason. It was just too complex, too wild, and way too unique for a food system that demands everything be the same.
Just try to picture this. You have a plant so prized that the ruler of the known world, Emperor Tiberius, was completely obsessed with it. He actually refused to eat the stuff grown in Italy. Instead, he demanded his supply be imported from the cooler climate of Germany, and he taxed the local population not in gold, but in roots. Yeah, in roots.
And for 1,000 years, this wasn't just another thing to eat, it was the very definition of sweet. You have to remember, this was way before sugarcane showed up in the West. This root was on the tables of kings, it kept monks alive through brutal winters, and it had a flavor that would make a modern parsnip taste like, well, like cardboard. So you have to be asking, right? If this vegetable was so incredible, so important to history, why has it totally vanished? Why can't you find it in any supermarket, anywhere? Well, the answer is kinda simple, and a little sad. We traded the sweetest root in history for a convenient little orange stick.
All right, it's time to reveal the identity of this forgotten treasure. Its name is skirret, and its scientific name is Psyllium cicerum. But it's not just another root crop. No, this thing is a total botanical anomaly in the vegetable garden.
So, unlike the annual crops we're all used to, carrots, parsnips, turnips, skirret plays the long game. You plant it once, and it builds a permanent colony under the soil. It's a completely different way of thinking about agriculture.
And this really gets to the core of it. The modern carrot, it's like an obedient soldier in a constant cycle of work. You plant it, grow it, kill it, eat it, and then you do it all over again. Skirret is the wild poet. It doesn't make one single polite little root. Instead, it just explodes underground into this cluster of twisted white fingers. It's like a living, permanent treasure chest in your garden. Now the numbers here, they really show what we gave up. A standard carrot has about, 4.7 grams of sugar per 100 grams? Skirret completely blows that away, clocking in at 10 to 15 grams. That's up to 3 times more natural sweetness.
But the real shocker is the micronutrients. We're always told to eat carrots for our health, right? Yet they only have about 5.9 milligrams of vitamin C. Skirret delivers over 25 milligrams. That's more than 4 times the antioxidant punch, and this toughness is its superpower. It actually gets sweeter the colder it gets.
You see, it was this resilience that made skirret an absolute celebrity in the ancient world. And this wasn't just some peasant food for when you were starving. This was high cuisine, a staple with a royal pedigree that lasted for centuries.
From the tables of Roman emperors to the life-saving gardens of medieval monks, skirret was a hero. The monks, who were basically the master gardeners of their time, they loved it because it helped them survive the hungry gap, that terrifying time in late winter when all the stored food is running out and nothing new has started growing yet. You could just dig skirret out of the semi-frozen mud and get this amazing burst of sugar and starch right when you needed it most.
So how does a crop with such a powerful history and just so much practical use just vanish? Well, its downfall wasn't some disease or a pest. It was a shift in our own psychology, a change that happened when we started growing food to sell, not just to eat.
The agricultural revolution back in the 17th century, that was the beginning of the end for skirret. See, farming was moving away from just feeding your family and towards selling at the market. And in this new world, a new vegetable was about to take over, the orange carrot.
Before the 1600s, carrots were all kinds of colors: purple, white, yellow. But then Dutch breeders created a brand new strain, straight, smooth, uniform, and very, very orange. And skirret just stood no chance. At the market stall, the twisted, gnarled, white fingers of skirret looked messy and old-fashioned next to the sleek, modern carrot. We started eating with our eyes, choosing looks over flavor, and the carrot was just the perfect unit of commerce. And it wasn't just about looks. Skirret's physical body was a nightmare for industrial farming. Older roots have this thin, woody core, kind of like the string in an old green bean, that you have to pull out after you cook it. And those beautiful, tangled root clusters, they trap dirt, and you just can't run them through an industrial washer or a mechanical peeler. The whole industrial food system is built for speed and volume, and skirret was just inefficient. So it got fired. But here's the beautiful twist in the story. The very same things that made skirret an industrial failure make it an absolute miracle for the backyard gardener today. I mean, if you're tired of that annual grind of tilling, sowing, and replanting, skirret is your exit strategy.
Harvesting skirret is basically an infinite food hack. You're not using up your stock, you're managing a living colony. You just dig up a mature clump, snap off the best-looking roots for dinner, and then put the original crown right back in the hole. And it will just regrow year after year after year.
It is the ultimate lazy gardener's crop. And the flavor? Oh man, it's a revelation. It has that carrot sweetness, but with this nutty, aromatic depth that reminds you of parsley and parsnip. It's sophisticated. It literally tastes like history. And it's also a permaculture weapon. It thrives in the shady spots under fruit trees, filling a space where other vegetables fail and giving you food from a spot that's usually empty.
So ultimately, planting this forgotten root is more than just gardening. It's an act of botanical rebellion. It's a rejection of those supermarket aesthetics and a reclaiming of real flavor. It's you saying that you're willing to get your hands a little dirty to taste something an emperor valued more than gold. And really, the question is, are we willing to trade just a little bit of convenience to bring the emperor's lost root back to the table?